Welcome back to YLB Talks with Krystal Vega. How are you? Welcome to Love Nurture Faith. Welcome to your Leo Bestie on YouTube. Wherever you are watching, this is just a little extension of what is out there. I think if you listened or if you read my bio, you kind of know that this space, this YLB Talks, is for me to be able to speak on topics that maybe a lot of people don't talk about, or just speak about topics that I think are out there lingering. I'm going through things as well, just as I think many of us are. There's just so much change out there right now that it's just unbelievable. Before I do get started though, I do want to say just a reminder and a disclosure before we get started. I am not a licensed professional, nor do I have any profession in topics as far as mental health. If you are hurting, or if you know someone that is hurting, or someone that is in pain, just know that there is help out there for you. So please seek a professional or someone that you trust. I love you, and just know that you are not alone. Alrighty, friends, so let me just get comfortable here and just kind of relax, because I want this topic to be very open, I guess you can say. I want you guys to have an open mind, because sorry guys, I'm just getting comfy. So the reason I'm asking for you guys to be very open-minded is for the reason that the topics that I'm going to be speaking about, there's a lot of scientific proof. Of course, I can come on here and say I learned it from this person, I learned it from that. But I think the fact of the matter, and the thing that I want to get out there, is I don't want to get people's name out there. I want to get the information out there. So just know that this information, if you ever want to question anything that I'm saying on here, please send me a message, and I'd be happy to be look, if you are in disbelief, or if you just don't see how that could be possible, this is where I read it, type of thing, so I can be able to share my knowledge with you, without having to sit here and be sit here on this podcast and be yep, I learned from that, I learned from this, I learned from that. Just know the fact of the matter that a lot of the things that I am learning is from either reading books, TED Talks, YouTube videos, other people that are doing this same work, astrologers. I love learning, and what best way of me to learn than just let you guys know what I've been learning. And it's a lot of information, it's a lot to uncover, it's a lot of science, but I want to break it down into a way that you can visualize this for you. Instead of trying to figure out what these scientists are saying, I want you to be able to figure out how this could help you, how you can apply this to your life and your daily life to be able to help you in your situation, because we are all going through something completely different right now. But I think that the fact of the matter is that it's the same thing. I think if I can explain this better, I can say have you been feeling there's something that you should do, something that is just calling for you to do, and you're just kind of you don't know how to get to that feeling, and your body just kind of keeps you're tired, and you kind of feel pain sometimes, your hips hurt or your head hurts, or these messages that your body is sending you all the time. Those are messages, guys. When your stomach is hurting and you can't breathe, that is a message. There is something going on in your system. And with me trying to explain this, the best way that I can do it is just using my example. So I'm in a space in my life where I'm trying to allow myself just to be. what I mean that I'm allowing myself just to be is that I feel I'm a very much person that I how do I hold on. There's my thought. I forgot my thought. So I'm very much a person that has always just done things. Like I'm always doing this, I'm always doing that. I'm doing all these like different what do you call it? Like different solutions. Like I'm always just trying to find a solution for things. Like I'm always just trying to control it or fix it, or you're just trying to make everything better. Like I don't know, you're just that person, right? And because of course that's me. That's what I'm trying to say, is that I'm very much that person. So because I'm very much that person, I never knew how to receive. I didn't know how to receive certain emotions, certain like gifts. Like I didn't know how to receive within myself because I was always doing, right? So just doing instead of just being and just allowing myself just to be myself without having to try fixing this, fixing that, fixing everything around me. Because truth is that you don't have to figure it out. Like, why are you trying to figure out this situation? It's already in God's plan of what's gonna happen. Like, why are you trying to control what needs to happen? Because when you try to control what is happening in your life, you're just always doing. You're just always doing, instead of like getting a seat back, sitting in a chair, and just be like, you know what, I'm just going to do that, and that's all I have to do right now. That is all I have to do in this moment, and I'm just going to receive the emotions. I'm just going to receive what is going on in my body. If I can't sit there and enjoy what I'm doing, like, okay, so what's going on within me? What is going on in my surroundings? Because without being aware and without being cautious of what your surroundings are, you're not going to be able to just be. And with me trying to explain this and trying to get into more topics of being open-mindedness, this is what I meant. Because what I wanted to bring up today, let me just take a deep breath. That was a lot. Whew. I'm feeling very blue today. It's kind of like cloudy here and I'm living for it. Oh, what I wanted to bring up is this: molecules of emotions. Candace Pert. The reason I wanted to bring her up is because this is what I want to talk about. This is where I'm going to like leave the conversation for today. I do believe I already unpacked a lot in the beginning, so I'm going to try to just end it here and just leave it with a thought for you guys. Like, take what I said, of course, always from the fifth habit, the what's it called? The fifth agreement. Fifth agreement. The fifth agreement is to always be, ¿cómo era? ¿Cómo dice? The fifth agreement, to always deceive. So whatever information you receive, make sure that you get a feel for it before you just kind of go like, does what I said feel right in your body? Does it feel good? Just start listening to what your body is telling you, because this is where we're going to get to. Our mind and our body are connected, right? Our body and our mind. Think of it like a mirror. Like, think of a mirror right here, okay? So you have your mind, And then at the bottom, you have your mirror, and they're reflecting off of each other. You have your conscious brain, and then you have your unconscious brain. The conscious brain is like what you're doing, right? You know what you're doing right now. The unconscious, the body, the other side of the mirror, is just following what's going on in the mind, right? Like here, it's just following. When you don't know how to process emotions, or when you haven't learned how to properly cope with certain things, or let yourself grieve, or let yourself be, you get to this place where you start suppressing things, like you suppress things. So best way I can put it is like, you know something is wrong and you know something's happening, pero te haces la ciega type of thing. Like you are like, oh, I see that, I see what it is, but I don't know how to get there, so I'm going to back up and just put that away in my body. And later, when that emotion comes back up, and I don't know how to deal with it again, what am I going to do? If your body is unconscious, and your mind, you're not consciously aware of what you're doing, you're going to repeat that same emotion. Or you're going to suppress it, and you're going to keep repeating that cycle with that emotion until you learn to release the emotion, or let go of the emotion. Because our body is the unconscious. That is what Candace Pert talks about, is that you have your consciousness and then your body is the unconscious. Because you get triggered in the body, your sensations in your body, like your organs. Like if you're someone like me that freaking holds everything in her muscles, like I just hold tight. If you're someone like that, like just know that you just have to like release. Like you have to be able to release all these things from your body because it's unconscious. So much things that you didn't know how to process, you repressed it and you put it into your unconscious body. So just know that everything that you are doing right now, everything that, even if you are someone that's triggered, someone that's anxious, someone that lip bites, someone that gets scared frequently, someone that is just carries a lot of fear, just know that that fear is just really trying to just teach you what is wrong and what is going on in your body that you have that fear. Because there's a reason and there's something and there's a story in your mind that connected it to your body. Like there's just a lot going on in here. And the best way that I have been able to the best way that I have been trying to figure this out is through figuring out that emotions equal energy in motion. So emotion equals energy, motion in motion. So emotions equals energy in motion. That is where I'll leave you guys. That is the conversation that I wanted to have with you guys today. The end of this, if you're at the end of this podcast, that's what the message I wanted to get across, is to think of that energy in motion. Think of that and let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this different approach to the podcast, and to my YouTube channel, we're kind of going through here. Let's see. I kind of did like a little structure that I want to do. Bullet card. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do these little icebreaker. These little cute icebreaker. We started to doing them on Love, Nurture, Faith. So to continue a Love, Nurture, Faith alive, I am going to pull one of these in honor of Love, Nurture, Faith. Let's see. And while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna ground. Like, I know that um I'm on the podcast, but I'm also on my YouTube. And I told you guys, like, I'm not gonna edit these. I'm just gonna let myself be and just trust that. Just trust and letting myself be. Okay, I'm gonna go with, let's see, courage. Courage. What needs to happen for you to put courage over comfort? Wow, this one's a good one. So what needs to happen for you to put courage over comfort? Wow. Courage over comfort. That one's a big one because or maybe I haven't even said it on here, but it's so easy to fall back into comfort, especially when it's everything you've known for the past 20 whatever years old you are. Or if you're even someone that's 16, like, think about it, that's 16 years of you being this way. If you're someone that's 18, like, that's 18 years of you being this certain way. And let me just take some breathers, guys. Let's all take one, okay? Let's all take one. We'll use this as a quick little breath work before I answer this. With courage, because I want to answer it with courage, so I'm going to make sure I'm feeling good in my body to be able to release this courage. Okay, so if you want to start with, like, going like this with especially if you're someone that holds a lot, how I said I hold a lot, so I'm just gonna release and just say I'm gonna release some tension, some maybe anxiety. I'm a little sore, so I'm gonna release some soreness and just go around in my head and my third eye and my top and my thing, and then just say I am safe in this moment. And you can do that at any time, guys. I'm telling you guys, there's times where I'm just like at dinner with friends or with my boyfriend, and then like I'll just like I don't know if people notice, but I do this thing where I'm like, oh, I need to come back. Or I do this a lot. I do this because these are little points in like things that you could like reset yourself. It just like sends messages to your body like, hey, I'm safe, like I'm still here. Especially if you're a very sensitive person. I'm very sensitive as far as how much I'm like being able to process right now. So I don't know, I think it's just part of the process. Like sometimes I feel like my nervous system is like a little baby. Like I'm a little baby nervous system that I need to be able to grow. So I feel like the more that I do these, and I've noticed that the more that I do like these groundings, the more that I'm able to handle. Like it's crazy and I love it. But it just starts with one tapping, and then you start seeing actually the changes, and you're like, wow, I want to keep doing that. Like that actually feels really good. Okay. Just reset there. Okay, so what needs to happen for you to put courage over comfort? I think for me is being comfortable with hiding. I think for me it's that, like, my comfort is just hiding and being myself, of course, and like just loving myself, learning that now. So I think for me, my comfort is that, like, retreating. My comfort is retreating. So I think for me to get out of that comfort and to find the courage, it's taking me trusting what is gonna happen type of thing. But in the best way that I can put this, I think for me, what it needs, and I keep saying this, I think it's just because I need to think about it. Courage over comfort. So you guys know my comfort. In order to get out of there, the biggest thing, there it is. It's my confidence. I've never really been a big person that has been very confident in myself. I meet a lot of people and they're like, you seem so confident. I used to. I don't really go out. Like, anyways. But I used to run into a lot of people that were like, you're so confident. Or they used to see my confidence. And so for me to like sit here and be like, I haven't been feeling confident, I think for me to step out of my comfort and hiding and retreating, I need to be confident in what I am and who I am, and trust that all these things and all these changes and all these like nervous system things that I've been doing, all this teaching, all this learning, just trust that that's all working. And that's where I'm at. I think that's where I'm at, and I am trusting my confidence. I'm back here with you guys again. I'm just letting myself be and have that courage to let you guys see that I'm far from perfect. Like, my nervous system, obviously I get really anxious. Like my voice, like it tries to like, I think it's because I'm like learning, and that I'm not letting that fear of public speaking get to me. But that would be my card. So, with that being said, I hope that if this video found you, it gives you the courage and it gives you what you need to hear, should I say, to let yourself just be. Let yourself just be and just trust that whatever is being, or whatever you are being, whatever you are being is what it's meant to be, and just know that the answer is always right because it's the one you needed to take. I love you guys. Remember, every single day is a new opportunity to grow, and love yourself, nurture yourselves, and have faith. And come back to your Leo Bestie Talks. Bye, guys. Oh, I'll say quick prayer. I was already gonna leave. Quick prayer to everybody out there. What do I keep pressing that. So quick prayer out there to all of you that are listening, just to have the day you deserve. And I love you. Bye.